Hello, it's Esther Johnson with a update on the journaling that I've done this past week and the book that I chose to do my action plan from. The book was Go For Now, and in that book he talks about the best way to maximize your prospects to get, in our case, ambassadors or customers, is to increase the number of contacts by a magnitude. So I determined that if my goal was to get 3 ambassadors and or customers a week, that I needed, and knowing that 10 to 20% of all the people we talk to turn out to sign up, that I needed to talk to at least 30 people this week. So my goal was for 5 days, I would either speak to or contact 6 people a day. So I decided I would hand out business cards, leave business cards at businesses. We had our other assignments for our scavenger hunt, and so I was those would definitely be people that I would contact. And I was off to a great start. The first day I went to my doctor's office. I handed out the first card brochure and spoke to the check-in gal at the doctor's office, then to the LPN that checked me in and took my vital signs, and she was actually a nursing student, so we kind of bonded on that. And then I also did my doctor, so that was 3 people there. Then I went on to the grocery store where I took a picture of the cashier, Billy. Billy was not happy about having his picture taken, but he did listen to me, and he did take my card after he tried to give it back to me. So since I was on a roll, I actually came home and contacted a cousin of mine who had been thinking about the products. We'd had several telephone conversations, and she turned into a 7-day sample customer, and so I mailed off her samples to her. And then I had one other person I wanted to contact. This is a neighbor of mine that has sort of been on the fence about another MLM company, and I've been trying to talk with her about the products, and so I wasn't able to reach her by phone, but I did leave her a email and made a proposition about working together and coming on as an ambassador. Unfortunately, that did not pan out later in the week. My second day, I attended a Habitat for Humanity luncheon. And so when I first got there, one of the women at the check-in table was dressed in a superhero costume. And so she was the first person I talked to, and she was real excited about it. And she said, "Oh, do you belong to the chamber?" And so she encouraged me to join the Chamber of Commerce. And so I'm going to look into that. And then I really didn't have too much of an opportunity. The people that I was sitting with at the table, I had already spoken with most of them, and they're into other MLMs. But I did leave there and go to the post office, where I chatted up another customer and also the clerk at the window. And then I had to get ready for our neighborhood Easter egg hunt, which was going to be the next day. So I decided that evening, when we were all up at the clubhouse filling Easter eggs, that I would talk with my neighbors. Well, imagine my surprise when the topic of MLMs and businesses came up, and I realized that every single one of them was in Advocare. So needless to say, and they were pretty high up in Advocare. So I was very intimidated, and I did not feel like stepping out of my comfort zone, so I just kept my mouth shut. But it did enlighten me as to why people in my neighborhood have not been responding to my invitations to come to a sip and see, or invitations that I've been putting in our newsletter. So the next day, I actually had a very busy day, bottled some wine with my husband because we have a home winery, and then we were having our Easter egg hunt, and I was at the Easter egg hunt, and who should come up to me but this woman, and she said, "Didn't I meet you yesterday? I was dressed in a superhero costume, and you took my picture with your business card." And I said, "Yes." So it turns out she is the mom of one of my neighbors, and this particular neighbor I have spoken with about the products, and so I'm going to recontact the 2 of them. So that was kind of exciting. Then my husband and I went to Costco, and that was another freebie day picture. So I took a picture of one of the guys that was demoing some food, and he looked at my card and he said, "Oh, is this for women?" I said, "No, it's actually for men." And so we chatted for a little while. I talked with him about my success so far, talked with him about the opportunity. He could make good money. He wouldn't have to be hanging out in Costco, passing out little samples. And so I Facebook friended him, but I didn't know how to do a screenshot. So I did not get his screenshot. I also approached the checkout girl. I had a great conversation with her, and when I got to the conveyor belt with my food, she took a look at my nails and she said, "Oh, I love that color." And I said, "Well, this is my Plexus Pink." And I was just at a conference, and I wanted a Plexus conference, and I wanted my nails to be pink. And she said, "Well, what's Plexus?" So that was a great intro. So we chatted for a little while. I Facebook friended her, but again, I didn't take a screenshot because I didn't know how to do that. Well, she said she had actually been looking for some good detox products. So when I got home, I tried to find her. Of course, I didn't remember her name, and I could only hope that she would contact me. Well, she did not. Well, the guy did contact me, and when I went ahead and I've reconnected with him, and I've sent him some videos and some testimonials about men. So I'm waiting to hear back from him, and I'll follow up with that. But unfortunately, the gal at the checkout did not follow up with me and respond to my friend request. I can only hope that she will, but it made me go and find how to do a screenshot. So I have now learned how to do a screenshot. So the very next day, let's see, I had a 3-way call the next day, which was really, really an excellent experience for me. I had a lot of fun with that. And let's see, that day our assignment was to find a prospect that was a bunny. So I went to the mall, and so I figured I would hand out lots of cards at the mall. Well, I had a little bit of difficulty with that, and I'm not quite sure why, but I went to the hair salon. They did allow me to leave some business cards there, but they wouldn't let me take a picture, and I had some cute little bunny ears that I was going to use. And then I went on to the shoe store. They wouldn't let me leave any cards. And when I talked to the shoe salesman and asked if I could take a picture of him wearing my bunny ears, he said, "Oh no, I'll get fired if I have somebody take my picture while I'm on the job." So then there was the line for people taking their pictures with the Easter Bunny. And I did approach a young woman there sitting on the floor to ask her if she would help me. And she actually knew about Plexus products, and she had actually tried them. And there is one other Plexus ambassador here in my town. This area, there's not a lot of people, but she did know her. And so I encouraged her to get back with that ambassador and try the products again, because she was no longer taking them. But it also reminded me to go ahead and contact that ambassador and see if I could get together with her. So I have done that, and I'm waiting to hear back from her. And of course, I did get a picture of someone with my business card and the Easter Bunny in the background. I also left cards in the bathroom. And then I went to TJ Maxx, where I was trying to buy some shoes. And the sales gal was very, very nice, and we chatted quite a long time. She was very personable, and I thought, this is someone I really want on my team. And so now that I knew how to do a screenshot, I Facebook friended her, and I took a screenshot of that. And when I got home, I contacted her. So I am waiting to hear back from her as to when we can get together to discuss a little bit more, because she was interested in the products and possibly in the opportunity. So that was exciting for me. The next day, of course, was Easter, so we had a day off, and I enjoyed my family. And then yesterday, I had a very busy day. My husband and I had to drive to Nashville, which is about a 4-hour drive. So I knew that I was not going to be able to do a lot. But every bathroom that I stopped in along the way, I did go ahead and leave my business cards. And when we got to the hotel, our assignment was to find a barista. and I did find the barista. We had a great conversation, and in fact, she took 2 business cards because her partner at the little coffee bar there was off that day because he was diabetic and was feeling sick from his diabetes. So she was real excited about learning about the products. I did try to Facebook friend her, but we could not. The internet connection in the hotel was poor. We couldn't find her Facebook page. I do have her photo. I've been trying to find her on Facebook. She said that she would friend me, and I only hope that she will. And then, let's see, did I do anything else yesterday? Yes, I did follow up with one other person that had come to my Sip and See, and she had been interested in being an ambassador. And in fact, she was ready to sign up yesterday, and she did sign up, and she had come with her husband. So they wanted to have her sign up as an ambassador, and then they had brought a friend with them, and that friend will be her first customer. So that was pretty exciting. So I had another ambassador last night, and that ambassador will have 1 customer already. So that was my week. I probably did not speak to 6 people every day, but I tried to leave as many cards as I could, and I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, totally forgot. There was one other day, and I didn't write this in my journal. I believe it was Thursday. I was working out with my personal trainer. She is also an Advocare rep, and she uses Advocare. And we were talking after our workout session, and she said, well, gee, I really wish I could try your products. And I said, well, why can't you? And she said, well, they're so expensive. I said, well, I just happen to have a 7-day sample pack out in my car. And she said, I just happen to have how much money that is out in my car. And so she turned into a 7-day trial customer as well. So I got 2 active customers. I got 1 ambassador. That ambassador got a customer. So I'm feeling good about that for this week. I got all of my photos for the scavenger hunt, and I will continue to leave lots and lots of cards and make lots and lots of contacts with people as recommended in the book Go For Now. That's my report. Thank you.